Hello guys and welcome to the MSC Performance Podcast with me, Mark Coulson and Sonia Krakova. Thank you very much for joining us. We're absolutely buzzing to be recording our first podcast back since we've been back in the gym last week. So today is going to be a bit of a welcome back podcast, 1 week review, just a little bit of a chat as to how we've been getting on, how awesome it's been to see our members, our old members. We've invited new members down, and we're just going to have a bit of a general recap of the week, really. And it's been an exciting week. So you might notice on the title of the podcast, this is season 2, episode 1. So we thought we'd start a new season, seeing as we're back in the gym. So as I said, a bit of a kind of nice intro one this week, and a bit of a recap, and then we'll be going into more S&C topics as the weeks develop. Feels really strange to be like sat with Sonia here. Like obviously we've been doing these from a distance over Zoom, so a little bit strange but exciting. How are you doing, Sonia?
Hi everyone, I'm really good and I'm really excited that we enter in week 2. I think week 1's been a huge success, and it's amazing to see everyone back and ready to smash their goals and getting after it.
The atmosphere has been absolutely buzzing, hasn't it, this week? I mean, it's like I came in on the first Monday, so last week, Thursday back. I've not been up that early for a long time. I know you're always up at silly o'clock in the morning, but Sonia was running the Metcon class, and I've sort of come in for about 7ish, and to see some of the guys, and it was so weird walking through the door and seeing people. It was like just crazy excitement, bit of anxiety. I'm not gonna lie, like it was a bit weird to see that amount of people. But
I
mega
must
exciting.
say that I was positively surprised when we opened on Monday, and gym filled up literally from 6 a.m. and the atmosphere and the enthusiasm everyone had was just perfect. I think it went like this probably upon 10 a.m. So yeah, the early birds got in. It was really, really strange. I think people kind of felt maybe, as you said, like feeling of a bit of anxiety. But I think as the days went through, we're back fully operating. Everyone's happy to seeing people around.
Yeah.
But I think we've adapted and accommodated everything as much as we could, in terms of like making everyone feel safe and happy.
Yeah.
Gym's big, there's lots of room, but obviously with the upgrades we've done, I think it was a nice surprise for everyone coming back, seeing the different layout. Pretty much everyone's reaction is like, wow, which it is great. It's great to see that and hearing the feedback all the way through.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, it's just been such a positive atmosphere all the way through. Like I say, like still a bit weird because there's that, obviously social distancing and people haven't seen each other for such a long time now. It's it's even for me, it just feels a bit kind of strange talking to people again, or that kind of amount of different people. But at the same time, it's really awesome. It's just an unusual, obviously, circumstance.
Definitely great to see the full gym again. People using the kit. Because as we've been here before preparing all the stuff and changes, it was just a small group of us here. So now, the music's back on, the shutters open when the sun's out. Like the place just feels like it's been brought back to life, which is awesome.
Yeah, the weather's helping a little bit. Like this morning, must be 9 degrees. It's tropical, which is nice.
I'm wearing shorts already.
Shorts. I won't show our YouTube. They're a bit short, so I won't show the YouTube video watchers. But it's wicked to be back. Everyone's buzzing. Like old members, great to see them again. New members on board. And I think we're buzzing as well. It's just been it's been so long. We've been chomping at the bit. We've been really busy during the lockdown. It's funny, everyone's sort of like, oh, so have you just been chilling for the last 4 months?
No.
And it's like, it's easier now that we're open. Because during the lockdown, we just decided, right, it's, we could sit on our backsides and just, see it out. Or you can try and, adapt to the scenario, do the best you can. I think like things happen in life, and it's like, bad things can happen. It's how you react to situations, and I think we reacted really positively. Going right back to the first lockdown, I think with I think we got locked down on a Friday, and by the Monday morning we had the online classes set up ready to go. So it was like it was keeping old members engaged and keeping them fit during the lockdown and keeping that community together. And then alongside that, like running the classes, we've been doing a lot of business development stuff, trying to make the product better. We revamped the Barbell Club obviously last summer, and even during this lockdown, we've been tweaking bits, adding bits, as we go along, and fine tuning the system so that once we're back, and now that we're back, things should be smoother for us as a business, and also an even better service for members. So we've actually been really busy, and I've said to the guys this week, like, let's almost just chill for a week or two. And by that, I mean, like, we're not, like, I mean, chill as in, like, admin, business development stuff. Let's actually just, enjoy the hard work that we put in the last few months, get out there on the gym floor, talk to, catch up with all the old members, introducing the new members and making them feel comfortable, which is stuff we always do anyway. But it's been nice to, like, almost, because we've worked so hard during that lockdown with the business development stuff, and obviously we've made all the improvements to the gym, which we'll talk about in a bit. It's actually been quite nice to just, like, slow down a bit. This last week's actually been a bit easier. It's like, right, okay, we're open, let's run it.
Let's just run it. I think
cool.
Because we pride so much in, like, the coaching side, like, actually offering feedback, even if it's just like open gym members. I think that's why we are buzzing so much, because finally we can do what we do the best. Like, I know many of us do online coaching and stuff, but as an MSC, I think that was the priority, offering that service. So I think that just the week just been amazing, having you back, seeing you using all the new kit moving forward.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, before we go into the kit, obviously we've got the old members who've come back, and we've got some new members as well. I mean, first of all, with the old members, it's been so good to see everyone, and it's like, what's the general feeling? People have worked hard during the lockdown to keep fit, but have maybe, like, with all the best intentions, working out from home with limited equipment is tough. And I think from people I've spoken to, discipline just went down a little bit, and everyone's definitely buzzing to be back.
I think the online class helped to maintain as much as we could, but I think because we've been shut 3 times, our members kind of had their own routine, so it either been like doing other bits apart from it, but still kept the loyalty and return, which I think is the most important, that they knew that there will be a place to come back to. But so far everyone's just super pleased with being back, because I think gym is a part of their lifestyle, like, as we know. And yeah, like, everyone loves walking and cycling, but the feedback's just been, God, it's so good to be back.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one who would say, do you know what, I'm gonna stick to my garden training. It's just what we spoke about before in the podcast, that we knew that gym will still have its place, and
it was a novelty in the first lockdown for, like, the first 3 weeks.
Because,
like, it was like really hot weather, it was new,
and in news, like, I think there's
training outside's not so bad and stuff like that. And then as it went along, like, people just got a bit bored of it, and the walking stuff's great, but there's only so many times you walk around the jewelry quarter and not get too bored.
Because there was chat about gyms not going to be actually that popular once lockdowns.
Especially in the first lockdown, there was a bit of chat, wasn't it?
Yes.
I know the BBC were trying to ruin us.
That's what I'm about.
Like, by just putting out how evil gyms are, and how literally 2 weeks into lockdown, because there was a bit of positive feedback and the weather was good and everyone was buzzing about working at home with a band. Like, the BBC destroyed us. So,
but we know that
it was BBC. I'm not watching BBC anymore, except for Line of Duty, obviously.
So big comeback. There was big comeback.
The novelty wore off, I think, didn't it? Like, it's I mean, even I took some kit home in that first lockdown and was training on the balcony and getting some complaints from below. But no, it's good to be back in the gym. Seeing old faces, everyone's buzzing to be back. And we've got some new members as well, haven't we? I mean, how good are the new members? We're not just saying it's like genuinely, if it's very rewarding from a business perspective where your marketing's working in terms of, I'm not talking about numbers, I'm talking about the type of personalities and people that we're getting down.
I know it's MSC. Unreal, actually.
It's spot on. I mean, they say, birds of a feather flock together, but this is all the new group that we've had coming in are just such a good fit.
And what I really like is how easily they integrate into the old group. Like the people we have, like old members, they just make everyone feel so welcomed. Like obviously we do it, but our people just do it so naturally. Yeah. Like the feedback we received from last week from the new group, it's been really good. It still surprises me because surprises me in a positive way that people actually appreciate this, because coming from other gyms, which I'm not gonna name them, but when they compare, it's really satisfying that we believe that what we do is great, and they just kind of
people
proved it out loud, which was excellent kickoff to the week. Seems like they found the place, and this is what it's all about. Come and try. We have this 28-day trial where you try everything we offer, and then you know if it's for you or not.
Yeah, people like the authenticity and our genuine will to and want to help people and give them that service. And I do. This podcast isn't supposed to be an MSC pitch, but I do believe, in terms of customer service, there's nowhere really that
often
better.
The question is how's the people in a gym? And it's really weird for me to say, because even now I had this chat with the lady just before this. That was the first question, and it's really tricky to say, oh, our people are amazing, they're super friendly, but they actually are. But you would maybe assume that obviously you're not gonna say something bad. But I just, just seeing it in a Metcon, how people help and cheer up and support, it's such a great atmosphere in a class. I would say no one ever felt being put on a side.
100%. What our old members are great for is everyone's bought into the core values of MSC. Community being one of them, humility, there's some others as well, but people are buying into that. Old members are buying into that, and these new guys who are coming in, just really easily fitting into the systems and being looked after by the older guys, and if they're in working in a certain area and one of the old members is there, everyone's helping each other, and that's the whole thing. It's no egos, no ego. Anything. It's welcome, welcome to our club, and
you're one of us.
What hashtag one of us? that could be a new hashtag to work with. It's absolutely awesome, and the new guys are have just fit in so well, and it's like they've been here forever already.
They've been searching for this place, and you see now they're here.
Exactly. So we're absolutely buzzing, and it's a massive thank you to our old members as well, for sticking with us for the last year. Everyone knows how much we appreciate it. We've mentioned it lots of times. We'll never be able to mention it enough. So big thank you to all our old members for that, for sticking with us, but also for coming back with so much energy, so much buzz, and for making our new members feel so welcome. Because from the outside, I do get that some people might think, oh, it's a bit intimidating, and they might see videos of people doing impressive lifts and things like that. But we've always said from day one, we take on people from any ability level and experience level. that's not an issue for us. What we want is people who want to get better, they want programming, they want structure, they want to maximize the time that they get in the gym. They want to join a community where everyone's building towards the same thing. And that might necessarily be like, a powerlifting title or a rugby game or whatever. But like, what I mean by that is building strength, building athletic performance, and being in in a good community. I think everyone's buzzing to be back. Like, I think for a lot of people, this is their third space, and like they've missed out. Like, you got home, you got work, and like MSC is like their club, their community, their hobby. And it's great. It's great that our old members are so welcoming to the new guys, and like once they get through those doors and come here to realise how friendly and how relaxed it all is.
And it's been great to see some of those new members who literally coming out with zero level of experience, but seeing so much potential in them. And like me and Mark spoke about it, we are just so ready to unleash their potential, because people need structure, and I think like they found the right place. Like at the minute, I'm about Luis specifically.
Yeah, big Luis. Yeah, Luis.
Like people have so much potential, and you're just gonna jump into the right gym probably where you actually can do things which has structure. So really pleased with this, and big things should be incoming.
Big things coming, yeah, definitely. It's all very exciting. So the feedback's been great, hasn't it? From again old members and new members, people who follow us realise we've been very fortunate to be able to reinvest in the place a little bit, upgrade some equipment, etc. What if, like, out of the new pieces of kit, is there anything that you feel people are especially buzzing about? Like, I mean, everyone has been buzzing about it all, haven't they? It's really hard to...
It's really hard
question, but...
because obviously they've tried in that week all of the kit. And I feel like after each try, there was a buzz. It's like, the bikes are great, the ski ergs are great. So it's really hard to pick.
Yeah.
But from the open gym classes they have on board, I think they really favored the med balls.
Med balls, that's
because
a great
it's
shout.
almost like a new toy they actually can handle.
Yeah.
But that's the feedback I've received. Like, it's just been really enjoyable. Like, they try almost to do it anytime they pop in a gym.
Yeah.
Bikes are a big success. Everyone's finding they super tough.
Those road bikes are an upgrade, aren't they?
So we've replaced that. We've replaced the assault bikes, which obviously always been an evil friend.
Yeah, a great bit of kit, but they'd run the course, haven't they?
And I think, but naturally our members just like challenges. So I feel like they feel being challenged. But I don't know. For me personally, the best new addition is the ski erg as a machine. But I think each kit we've added, people found like they use the deadlifting platforms been great success, especially for keeping the noise a bit down. And I just think people just naturally using them and finding it comfortable. Like, I think we just kind of nailed the layout of the gym.
Definitely. Yeah, a bit more structure, a bit more order. Having the sort of rows and lines and everything, it's like we've taken up some floor space, but we've had plenty to work with. So it works a lot better now. Yeah, I think the platforms is a great one. Like, obviously we've always had the weightlifting platforms, which we have on the left-hand side as you come into the gym. We've got a row of 5 of those. But in terms of deadlifting areas, it was just always a little bit kind of messy, and people just grabbed a bit of floor space. Which is the way we run it. But just having the deadlift platforms, and we've still got the hooks to attach those as well, actually. Having those platforms is great. So protecting the plates a bit more, bit of noise reduction with the metal plates, sometimes a bit loud on the normal floor, and just tidies things up.
Yeah, and we said that
gives people their own space as well, especially with like the social distancing at the moment. It's great to have that. Everyone's got their own stations, and like nobody's ever within like a couple of meters of each other. It's great.
So the first week was basically like a trial and error, see how people are going to react to the layout. But I think it worked out perfectly.
I think it works really well. Yeah. And in terms of equipment, like absolutely buzzing. I think like I agree. I think the amount of med balls we've got now makes it a lot. We've always used med balls in like individual aspects and things like that, but having more med balls and better quality ones that we've got now, are much better for eventually doing group stuff. The ski ergs are fantastic. Actually, I'll be honest, I've never used a ski erg before we got them, so it's a bit of a gamble. But I just went on reputation, and obviously gives us a real nice bit of variety on those kind of conditioning sessions, just for, again, just, we've always had the bikes, always had the rowers, but to add a ski erg in, it's just real nice variety. One thing I think has gone down really well, actually, is the 2 new Pullum competition benches that we've got. So like, we've always had quite a lot of benches at MSC, but we've just upgraded like the quality and added a couple more benches. So we've got 4 competition benches now, and those new Pullum ones have gone down really well. We do bench a lot of this gym. We've got a lot of powerlifters and we obviously use it in our barbell club. We've got a lot of field athletes for who horizontal pressing strength is very important. So we do a lot of bench work, and just having those extra couple of benches, I think, has been a real good addition. And that's not even to mention the squat stands as well, and the weightlifting, upgrading those, selling the old ones, getting the new ones in. They're fantastic, and obviously we've got the competition, powerlifting competition squat stand as well. So exciting times, lots of new toys. And
I think everyone...
It's taken us up a level, I think.
Definitely.
And
I think everyone appreciated it when they returned back. Like, MSC's always been a great place and always had great facility, equipment. But I think, as you're saying, it's a step forward, and we just wanted to make sure that once we return, it's even better for everyone.
Big time. Yeah, and it's having sort of chipped away and bought these little bits and pieces, like putting them when it was a week before we opened, when we just set everything out and laid everything out, it was like, wow,
big wow.
Again, as you say, we've always been well known for our top quality equipment, in terms of base equipment, and then our Alico bars, Alico plates, comp spec powerlifting stuff. We've always been very good with our equipment, but this is just taking it on to the next level, where it's you come in, it's wow, this is a proper top end.
I think we always saying that it almost feels like,
always was in terms of service, but now it's it looks like
a reborn, or as you would be opening again. So I think we just stepped up the right.
Exactly, stepped up the game, and as I say, people coming back, and for those who have been loyal to us for the last year, it's nice for them to come back to some new toys, and it's always a bit of a gamble, buying new stuff during a pandemic. But I'm a big believer that was a big believer that people would come back, and I think the fitness industry is actually going to go from strength to strength, especially with gyms like ourselves. Maybe more sort of private-based gyms who offer maybe a little bit more, a lot more service and structure behind what they're doing. So
I think we have been lucky to have a size of facility as we have and offer such kit.
Yeah.
So which makes us, I say it because I'm proud of it. It makes us one of the best facilities around. So.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. You're coming too modest, too British. I think you've got to it's we're not allowed to say we're the best. It's damn it, we are the best. We are the best around. So come and join us if you haven't already. There was another small little addition. I say small sarcastically because it's absolutely massive improvement. Is the addition of the heating in the gym.
Time.
So it's funny. I sort of put together the plan of getting some heating in and sort of financed it back in December when we reopened. And then we got shut down again, and with us due to be having been due to open in April again, I was like, oh, okay, well, we won't use the heating until later in the year. But it is that time of year where it's like -2 in the mornings and 15 degrees in the afternoon. So
they came
heavy. You've been suffering on the morning shifts, and Luke's rocking up in the afternoon in his shorts. But it's how good an addition is the heating.
I think, what is it? What you say? Is it like 1 to none? 0 to none?
I think.
No, that's not the right saying.
I think that's a Slovakian term now.
Okay, so basically, as
0 to hero.
0 to hero. No, so like our members know. If you guys don't know, if our listeners don't know, like we being a warehouse gym, it's just naturally quite colder, yeah. And I think adding the heat in just makes a big difference, like huge difference.
Yeah.
Just a bit more enjoyable. Obviously it's not an issue to put a bit extra layer on, but we always trying to accommodate and make you feel the best we can, and I think this was the one on top of the list. So yeah, we'll see how long further we're gonna have to be using them, but for now they're always up in the morning. I'm making sure they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say it's that time of year where it's like it's still pretty chilly in the morning, but being able to put those heaters on is massive. And like, I mean, when they got assembled in January, obviously we came in and sort of tested them out, and in the winter you notice them even more. Obviously,
yes,
I guess.
definitely.
But they are mega. So winter's not going to be a problem at MSC anymore. So yeah, a fantastic addition. What about with the theme of sort of feedback and changes we made and things like that? What moving more into training stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, people with their first week back this week. There's been a few sore boys, isn't there? With obviously we've done podcasts about this previously. Max and myself especially. I think I did one with Luke as well, just talking about like easing your way back in, taking it nice and steady, which we've done, with our barbell club guys. They're on a very simple program at the moment. Our open gym guys are obviously always monitoring and making sure they're not pushing too hard, but even with the best will in the world, there's been a fair bit of soreness this week.
Especially if probably they took the lockdown a bit easy and didn't do that much, and suddenly using the kit, using the barbell, the load, and actually doing some different work to what everyone's been doing, you're just gonna naturally be a bit more sore. But I think everyone's on the right path because they kind of feed back to us, and especially people who follow the barbell club program, we just have it under control, I would say. But there's been a few achy boys.
It was a Wednesday. It was hilarious. Like, a lot of people obviously trained on the Monday, maybe took Tuesday off, and then came back in Wednesday and sort of struggling into the gym. But you know what? It's like under normal circumstances, we'd be really concerned about that. Like, what the hell? Like, what's going? It just wouldn't happen because of obviously the way we monitor and program
some
people. But there's always going to be a bit sore, and some people haven't trained for 4 months, and even just squatting an empty bar is going to make you a bit sore. Yeah. So for those of you who are sore, no drama, suck it up and keep moving. That's
keep
the key.
Moving, it will go away, it will get better again.
It'll get easier, but it's hilarious because you've got we've got some strong guys and girls in here who are used to lifting heavy weights, and have maybe chucked a wheel aside and on a squat and a pretty sore coming back in, so it's been lightly amusing, to be fair, to see people
even following the Metcon, like you've seen the bus on Monday, and then people were trying to put shift in every day, and towards Friday,
started to feel it.
The energy levels went down, but I think the bus was just natural thing.
Sure.
Was lockdown, like I want to be in a gym. And just from now on, everyone should.
It'll get easier, and it's as I say, after you sometimes feel it when you have a week or two on holiday.
They'll get back on structure, definitely.
Exactly, but one of the things we obviously offer in the Barbell Club is the feedback forms, which has been a good addition during this lockdown. So in terms of the Barbell Club, we we have the app that we use where we're in contact throughout the week anyway through the instant messenger. But we've just added a feedback form, just a nice little addition, just to put it on top.
So it's been funny to watching it today because I went through mine first as I was first in the morning, and the soreness levels were quite high. So, but obviously, again, we know why. It's been first week in, so just makes sense, and that's how we're going to monitor it further on.
It's great. It's a great addition, and again, it just emphasises the personal kind of coaching aspect of it, and like the monitoring, the adjustments that can be made accordingly. So, like at the moment, of course, everyone's going to be a bit sore, but like 2 months down the line, just getting that little bit of feedback from people individually is going to be able to make our coaches adapt, adjust the numbers, pull someone back a little bit, push someone on a little bit more as well. Really kind of, it's a really nice addition to that individualization that you get with the barbell club, I think. It's been a mega
week,
and a great week.
Great start. Just seeing that things working as they should. We know like which path we're on. We're seeing like people are keen to sign up for the gym, and just ready to go.
Yeah, the feedback again, like sort of going back to it, but the feedback of the equipment's just been so positive. I think because like we were mega excited about it because like we sort of bought stuff gradually throughout the lockdown. You kind of almost forget. Yeah, it was amazing, but like you get to start and you almost forget how much you've accumulate, like because we got I think it was like 2nd of Jan, the heaters were up, and by the time you get to April you kind of almost forgotten about it, but it's new to the members, so like that's been almost overwhelming, like the sort of positive feedback about everything that like we'd sort of maybe just taken for granted as normal because they've been there a while now.
That's maybe why the reaction now when they come in is like, I don't know where to look first, actually.
It's mega, honestly. So we're certainly buzzing to be back. I think like if you're listening to this and you're not a member yet, or in fact if you are a member but you've got a friend who wants to join, who wants to be a part of the community, who wants to get programming and structure and expertise and doesn't want to waste their time in the gym sort of going it alone anymore, then get in contact with us. We are taking on limited numbers at the moment because of COVID, but if you contact us, we can get you started on the 28-day trial, because that way you can get a program to work from, access to our app, we give you a nice introduction to the gym, and you get 4 weeks of top level programming and coaching, for a one-off payment of 99 quid. And then at the end of that, you can
pick a membership which suits you the best.
Which suits you.
I think, as you're saying, like in terms of the limited numbers, I think we have this nicely covered in offering back-to-back slots and also AM and PM slots, because obviously within that group you'll always have those people who can make it in the morning but can't at night, and vice versa. So far, I think it's just splitting perfectly. So like the classes are just like evenly spread out through the day.
Definitely, and like you said earlier, like with the space we've got, we're 7,000 square foot. Now, when you think of a normal sort of private S&C gym, the average might be 2, 3, 4,000. So we're big boys, aren't we? And plenty of space to accommodate. And even if you think of like a Ballantyne's, like the whole building might be like 20,000 square foot, but the actual like weight area and like training area is tiny.
Small.
Like is literally tiny. Like 1 bar or 2 bars. Like not much space to work from. We can eat. All our stations are spread out. It's real COVID friendly, and we are, like I say, we're limiting the numbers a little bit because we just want to be extra careful. And also because, we just want to build people in gradually, don't have sort of too big a group starting at once. So
that's why we offer it on kind of like weekly basis. So
only take a certain amount of slots on each week. Yeah. So as I say, if you're listening to this and you're not a member, get in touch with us. If you've got any questions, sign up. try it out 28 days, no obligation, see how you go. And as I say, if you are a member, then bring a friend along. Get a friend to try it out for a month and see how they get on. Moving forward, obviously we're in in terms of our podcast, we're in season 2 now. I don't really know what that means. Like going for season 1, season 2. I guess it just felt like a good time to start a new. You don't want to have season 1 episode 400, do you?
I would say
it sounds quite nice. Season 2 episode 1, and it's like a nice new start.
Yeah.
With the reopening.
So we
of the
started
gym.
the podcast in lockdown, so that's why I kind of relate to season 1 as we've covered so many things like how to train outside the gym, how to return to gym. So now, okay, that's over. We don't want to hear the lockdown anymore, the word lockdown. Yeah. So season 2, that's why I kind of felt like, okay, we're back to gym.
Season 2, yeah.
Let's talk about what do we do in the weight room. That's why season 2.
Big time, mate. Yeah, moving forward, obviously this is a lovely little intro one, but we're going to get real sort of nitty gritty with training stuff, with barbell stuff, with S&C stuff. It's going to be very informative, very training based. That's going to be the sort of big aim of this season. So we're buzzing. If there's anything that you want us to talk about, we've got a list of about 4 million things. But if you want to add to that list, then get in contact with us. So if there's specific, if there's a specific training thing or question that you've got, then slide into our DMs or shoot us an email or something like that. We'd love to be able to give you guys as specific feedback as we can, based around what you want to hear. And it's the same with our blogs as well. So it's great. And like Sonia said, season 1 with the podcast, in lockdown, it was quite easy to keep that weekly thing going. We're determined to keep that going this lockdown as well. So as I said, season 2, and we'll be coming to you weekly as well. But any podcast topics, any blogs that you want us to discuss, then get in contact, and we'll see what we can do. So I think we can round up there.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Again, thank you once more to our old members for sticking with us during this difficult time. It's enabled us to come back with a bang, and we're mega excited moving forward as to what MSC can offer and how far we're going to go. Tune in weekly pods and blogs. So tune in weekly. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. Our blogs come out on our website. And as I say, contact us with anything that you might want to go through. Any new guys that are keen to join up, go to our website, www.mscperformance.co.uk. If you click on memberships, you'll see the 3 memberships that we offer. The best way to get started is with the 28-day trial. So give that a go. It's no obligation, 28 days, one-off payment, and you get an absolute shed load for your money. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
We're ready.
We're ready. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you next time.